Hey everyone, this is Liquidy, and welcome back to another What's New Wednesday, where I feature a new product or service that has to do with gluten-free and also works with travel. And I'm super excited to have a guest with me today. His name is Douglas Cantor from Longeve brand. So Douglas, welcome to What's New Wednesday for Travel Gluten-Free.
Hello, Ella Kitty. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. We talked a while back, and you had sent me some of your Longeve brand products, which I absolutely love for several different reasons. We're going to talk about those today on the What's New Wednesday. But what's more exciting is that you're coming out with some new flavors, which we're going to talk about in a second. So, just for people who aren't familiar with Longeve brands, what is your story behind like why you created it, and tell me a little bit about your team.
Sure. So I created Longeve Brands because I reached 50 years old. Was one of the, I guess,
Happy birthday!
thank you. Well, now I'm 55, but I've always been healthy. I've always been athletic. Always concerned about what I've been putting in my body. But the older I get, you start to. It takes longer to recover. You get injured. It takes longer to heal. All of those things. So I started really studying and looking at that. And plant-based diets are an amazing I don't want to say cure, but it's really good for you and healthy for you, as well as the sustainability of the planet has become more and more important. My two daughters have also really brought that to light to me as well. In their generation, they're 18 and 16. Things like that are very, very important. So we're able to create products that are healthy, that taste good, and can help the planet.
Awesome. And so what do you have as far as you said you have a team assembled. So who's on your team right now for Longeve?
Yeah, so we have a great team. A couple people I want to highlight. We have a couple chefs that we continue to innovate. We continue to, if you even go onto our website at longevebrands.com, we post recipes. We're continually working. Lee Gross is one of those chefs. He's in New York. He started in LA with M. Chaya. He's worked with quite a few celebrities, and now he's working with us to help us to continue to expand. We have another chef, Junie Lay. She's a research and development chef. We're continuing to work with her. And, we just continue to assemble a really great team of people that are excited about plant-based living, living healthy, and sustainability of the planet. I mean, I think that's important even in our company, that everyone is excited about the mission, and they really enjoy helping to create products that can help other people.
Wow, it sounds like you have some amazing chefs on your team. And so one of the things I wanted to ask you, because this is about gluten-free,
Yes.
are all your chefs creating all gluten-free recipes? Or, I mean, they're obviously all plant-based, but are they also doing all gluten-free, or are they doing like part gluten-free and part not gluten-free? How does that work?
Yeah, so we do, but I would say 90% of what we do, 95% of what we do is gluten-free. We have developed a couple products that contain wheat. So obviously those aren't gluten-free, but I would say we really do, most of our products are gluten-free. But to be clear, we actually have it certified gluten-free by Gluten Intolerance Group, which is, top certified gluten-free. So everything that is gluten-free, like I said, which is 95% of what we have, we do have that logo on the products.
Yeah, that's really important because I know a big concern for a lot of
Oh,
celiacs.
absolutely. No, we take it seriously. We take it very seriously.
Is like, yeah, the cross contamination, because a lot of times they'll say made in a factory with wheat, but if your product is certified gluten free, we know it's safe. And that's one of the things I really tell people, especially if you travel and you take the food with you, which Longeve products are really, really great for travel.
Absolutely.
That it's certified gluten free, because nobody wants to get sick on your vacation, and so having certified
No,
gluten free is that guarantee that you won't get sick.
absolutely. And it is good for travel. We actually have this. Sorry, this.
It's okay. It's always the opposite way on video.
Right, and as you can see, it's very lightweight. We actually have a new size coming out. This is a 3-ounce size, so this equals 1 pound of meat. But we actually have a 1-ounce size coming out that equals a third of a pound of meat. So that'll be a single serve, much smaller than this. So this is what you can carry with you to make any type of meat dish that would use a ground type meat. So you could make taco, curry, bolognese sauce, really easy. 5-7 minutes, you have a full meal. And then we also have what we call our breadless crumbs, which are also pea protein, 7 grams of protein versus 1 gram, gluten-free. We're all about clean label. We're all about giving nutrition and 100% plant-based.
Well, one of the things I love about your products is we use them all. Well, there's a few things, but one of the things is that my 21-year-old daughter, who doesn't, I hope she doesn't hear this. She doesn't really cook very well. She's like a new learner cook. But anyway, it was super easy for her to make a Longeve. You just literally follow the instructions, and so you don't have to be like really experienced in cooking on your own to do it. Even if you're a basic beginner cook, you can do it. And the other thing I love, well, I mentioned earlier, is just the ease of carrying it. But the other thing that I also love about Longeve products is I love your crumbles, because a lot of the gluten-free crumbles are higher in carbohydrates. And so lately I've been trying to cut out some carbohydrates from my diet, which doesn't always work on a daily basis, but it's great that I have the Longeve in my pantry, because I made like coated fried chicken or like anything you want to coat.
Absolutely.
You can put that on there knowing that you're not getting the extra carbohydrates, or that you're eating grain-free. So if you want to do like paleo, it's a grain-free because it's meat, it's not grain-based. So there's lots of really great advantages to it. And also it's gluten-free. And so it's really hard to find vegetarian and gluten-free, which my daughter who's celiac is vegetarian and gluten-free, because a lot of them will use like wheat gluten as their protein-based, or they'll have some sauce in it or some gluten-based product. So I love that your brand is gluten-free and vegetarian, because that checks off the celiac vegetarian box for my daughter.
Absolutely. And we check off all of those. It is paleo diet friendly. It's actually diabetic friendly. Almost any diet it fits. It fits. And like you said, it's easy. And, you can go from, you could be a beginner chef making taco meat to something exotic. It fits the whole range.
And so, Doug, I wanted to ask you, because everybody has a different reason for doing this, but why did you decide to do certified gluten-free for your product?
Well, because I know it's important when you have celiac disease. I mean, there's a lot of people eating gluten-free, but, because they just like to eat gluten-free. However, a percentage of that population is eating gluten-free because they have to eat gluten-free. They have celiac disease. So it's important that, as you said, it can give them comfort, and they know for sure 100% that it is gluten-free. It's not for a fad, which I'm not saying gluten-free is a fad. It is. No,
gluten-free is definitely a fad with some people.
It has been a fad, yeah, but there are definitely people that it's important for their health. So we felt like instead of just having a generic gluten-free logo, we wanted people to have comfort and feel good that they could trust the product.
Well, that's awesome. I know your 1 ounce package sizes are new. Do you have one of those with you that you can show us, or not yet?
I don't have the 1 ounce, but we also have the different sizes, and then we have the different flavors coming out. So we have a marsala curry coming next month, and then we also have a fiesta taco.
Can you tell me the ingredients that are in those?
Well, it's the same thing. It's our crumbles, and then we're adding a spice packet. Nice. So we have and it's powder too. So the same thing, shelf life 2 years. You can put it in your pantry, like you said. Whatever you don't use, you just close the bag, you put it back, and it's really simple. So and then we will have coming out in January, February. Then we have an Italian. You want to make a bolognese sauce, which you could still do that with our original and flavor it like you want, but we'll have an Italian, make it really super easy, and then an Asian flavor. We're not sure which one yet, but we'll have an Asian flavor as well.
Awesome. That sounds great. Well, I know one of the things also, because I used to live in Florida for 15 years and lived through many, many hurricanes, is that disaster preparedness is really big there. So you always want to keep food you can eat. So that's another great use for Longeve, especially if you're celiac, is that you can put that away in your storage container for 2 years, not have to worry about it, and know that you have safe food to eat. If there's a hurricane, you don't have power for 4 days, which I've done multiple times.
Absolutely. But, it will taste the same the first day you buy it and 2 years later. There's not going to be any degradation. Nothing can happen to it. No refrigeration. Like you said, put it in your pantry, put it on your shelf, and you're good.
And so along the lines of long shelf life, is it dehydrated? Is it freeze-dried? So how do you create that long shelf life for your product?
We actually extrude it and dry it. So that's how we do it.
And then is there like a certain type of pea? Is it like always green peas, yellow peas?
No,
Do you have a combination?
we use yellow peas. Yellow
Okay.
peas. Yeah,
And,
and it's made in Europe as well. So
oh,
we know that with the strict guidelines in the EU, no pesticides are allowed. It's illegal. So we also know it's very clean. That's another reason why we started with European products.
oh yeah. When I eat food in Europe, I never feel like I can eat dairy in Europe, but not in the United States.
Yeah,
And I've heard several other celiacs say that as well. But that's yeah, completely true. And really important because it's that European food, they don't process it and they don't put all the horrible crap on it that we do in
right,
America. So yeah,
right,
clean eating is definitely important, and it really helps when you, especially when you have a like sketchy digestive system, especially when you're celiac. And
for sure.
so you talked about the two new flavors, and then you said I know you're also coming out with some new ones in January. So you're coming
Yep.
out with Italian and Asian.
Yes. And
And
then
so
we have other things in the pipeline, but I think, that's enough to get started. We're just as the new launch. In fact, we would be interested to even hear if people want to, do the info at longevebrands.com. And we're always interested in people's feedback. Is there anything that other people are looking for? Again, we want some things to make it easy, but we have a great staff that we're pretty good at adapting. So yeah, we would always be interested in what other people have to say. And we're interested to get feedback on if you like our product, do you like the way this tastes, all of those sort of things too.
oh, that would be cool to do a focus group where you get like a
Yeah,
bunch of people together and just and talk about it on a Zoom video. That would be so much fun.
absolutely.
And so you're soon launching those new flavors. You're certified gluten-free. You're great to travel with. You can do it for like food storage. There's lots of different ways you can use your product. And you told me that you have a social contest coming up in the next few days on November 20th.
That's
And
right.
you're giving away a grand prize of a set of Caraway cookware. So tell me more about that, Doug. What do people have to do to enter if they're watching this video and interested in entering?
Yeah, so you go to our Instagram page at Longeve Brands. You can go to our Facebook page at Longeve Brands, and it lists the things that you have to do to participate. But we are giving away the Caraway pots and pan set, which that in itself is about $500. It's a really environmental friendly. So we wanted to partner with things that have the same mission as us about sustainability of the planet. Then we have another prize where it is some cooking utensils. And then there's a prize. In each prize, you get our product, to enjoy and try. And then we have some other, the prize of just getting the product. So we're looking forward to that and letting people try our product as well.
That's awesome. I always love a great giveaway, and a new set of cookware is totally on my radar right now. So I am definitely going to enter that. And
Yeah.
so, Douglas, if someone is interested in getting your product, where can they get it? And I know you're offering listeners of Travel Gluten Free and people who watch on Travel Gluten Free YouTube channel a code of TGF10 to get 10% off. So how can they use that 10% off?
So you just go to our webpage of www.longevebrands.com. And then when you go through checkout, there'll be a place to put a code and put the TGF10 and you'll get 10% off of your purchase.
Awesome. Well, that sounds great. And I definitely would recommend my listeners doing that because especially with the holidays coming up, you don't want to have like a long meal prep, especially because there's so much stuff to do around the holidays, even if you're not having a ton of people over. So this is the perfect holiday meal prep food to use.
Absolutely.
And you won't gain a bunch of weight from it.
Absolutely. And then you can come back and order again in January, February, when you are also really focused on eating healthy. That's eat this year round, and it fits all year round.
Yeah, well, I love eating healthy meals, especially during the holidays. That way I can balance it out with all the desserts and cakes that I eat.
Absolutely. It's that time. You have to. Yep.
And just run a little bit longer in the morning. That's all I have to do.
Absolutely. That's part of taking care of your health too, is a little exercise.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Doug, this has been so much fun chatting with you today about Longeve Brands. Thank you so much for offering that discount for listeners. And
Thank you.
I will definitely, just so you know, if you're watching this video, Doug is going to be on a future episode of Travel Gluten Free Podcast. So definitely look for that on the show. So Doug, thanks again for coming on today.
Thank you for having me, Ella Kitty. Thank you so much. And we'll talk to you soon at the next podcast.
Absolutely.
Okay. Have a great day, everybody.
You too.
Okay.